Dear children, next we will move on to one among the aspects of saving, that is average propensity to save. Types of propensity to save, that is average propensity to save and marginal propensity to save. Now we will first begin with average propensity to save. Like how we discussed about the consumption, the two aspects of consumption, that is average propensity to consume and marginal propensity to consume, we have the average propensity to save and average marginal propensity to save. First we will begin with APS. APS refers to the ratio of saving to the corresponding level of income. Just as how we explained APC, the same manner we will explain APS. APC is ratio of consumption to income. Likewise, APS is ratio of saving to income. From the income level of the economy, how much is saved in the economy, that is known as average propensity to save. Now, example which I can give you is, if saving of an economy is 30 crores at 100 crores of income, what is the total level of income in the economy? 100 crores. In that 100 crores, 30 crores is saved in the economy. That is known as APS. So, how much is being, what is the level of saving in the economy to the level of income? To find out APS, we use the formula APS is equal to S by Y. Just as we have learned APC is equal to C by Y, APS is equal to S by Y. This is how we find. So, the total income level of the economy is 100 and 30 crores is a saving. Therefore, APS is equal to S by Y, that is 30 by 100 is equal to 0.3. That means 30% of the income is saved out of 100%. So this is how we find out APS. So APS is equal to S by Y, which shows the ratio of saving in the level of to the level of income. Now let us learn the table of APS. To find out the table of APS, we need saving as well as income. But one component is very important that we have to include, that is consumption, because we can find out saving only with the help of consumption, where we write S is equal to Y minus C. So to formulate the APS table, we need saving, income as well as consumption. Now, the first level of income, the same table I have taken, the consumption is 40, saving is minus 40, you know there is this saving. Now this saving is due to autonomous consumption. Now the second level of income second level of consumption 120 and second level of income is 100. Therefore, you can find the saving is minus 20. Because S is equal to Y minus C. 120 minus 100 will give you minus 20. 120 minus 100 will give you minus 20. Now the next level of income next level of consumption 200, next level of income also 200. There we can find Y minus C, S is equal to 0. Now we will move on to next consumption 280 and 300 as the level of income. There the difference between 300 and 280, Y minus C is equal to 20. 20 is a saving. Now next the last level of consumption, that is 360 with the level of income 400. You can find the difference between 400 and 360 is equal to 40. Y minus C, that is 400 minus 360, you will get it as the value of 40. Now from this you can find out APS. Now you know what is APS? APS is equal to S by Y. Now in the initial level we don't have the APS S by Y because it is minus 40 divided by 0. So you know any number divided by 0 will give you an infinite value. Therefore first one is blank. It can be either infinite or you can write it as blank, put it as blank. Now the next one is Next value is S by Y. What is S by Y? Next value is minus 20. Minus 20 divided by 100. What is the value of Y? Y is equal to 100. S is equal to minus 20. So minus 20 divided by 100 will give you minus 0.20. Now take the next one. APS is equal to S by Y. So what is S here? 0. 0 by 200 will give you the value as 0. 0 by number will give you the value as 0. Therefore, where income is equal to consumption, APS is equal to 0 to be noted. Next value, APS S is equal to 20. So saving by income, 20 by 300 will give you the value as 0.67. And finally, the saving 40 with the income level 400. S by Y, 40 divided by 400 will give the value as 0.10. Therefore, from infinity, the values are till 0.10 as per the example given here. Now, we can draw the APS curve, where the income is marked on the x-axis and saving is marked on the y-axis. Now you can find that saving curve starts from the y-axis, from the negative side, because we can find that there is dis-saving. So it is minus 40 dis-saving. That is why it is starting from the y-axis, from the negative axis. Now S by Y is APS. Now here you can find saving by income level. Now what is the income level? This is where we represent the income level. Income level is OY1. Income level is OY1. OY1. What is a saving level? Saving level is equal to OR. This is a saving level. OR is a saving level. Now the same can be parallelly marked here. That is why I have written here as Y is equal to OY1. The same can be marked parallelly here also. That is why I have written S is equal to OR. So saving is OR and income is OY1. Therefore, how can you find out APS? S by Y. What is S? Saving is OR and what is Y? Y is OY1. Therefore, APS is equal to OR by OY1. That is OR by OY1. OR area by OY1 area. This is how you find out APS. S by Y. Now we will move on to important observations about APS. The first observation is APS can never be one or more than one. Very important. APS can never be one or more than one. Let us explain that one by one. If it has to be one, all the income should be saved. Yes, right? If APS has to be one, all the income which we get has to be saved. Is it possible? No. There should be a minimum level of consumption. Even at zero level of income, there is a minimum level of consumption. Therefore, all the income cannot be saved. Only if all the income is saved, APS will become one, and that is not a practical situation. So, APS can never be one is hence proved. APS cannot be more than one also. If it has to be more than one, saving should be more than the income. If it has to be more than one, saving has to be more than the income. No, it cannot happen because there should be a consumption then also. Saving cannot be more than income. There comes a consumption in between. A part of income is used for consumption also. People cannot live in the economy without consumption. Therefore, APS cannot be one or more than one. It cannot be one or more than one. It cannot be one. Why? Because all the income cannot be saved. It cannot be more than one. Why? Because income saving cannot be more than the income. It is not possible. Now, if you say like that, consumption will be nil. It is not a possible situation. Now, next is APS is 0 when C is equal to Y. I told you when C is equal to Y, APS is 0. Now, let us go back to the table and see whether it is correct. When y is equal to c, c is 200, y is 200. S is equal to 0. APS is also equal to 0. Therefore, it is hence proved APS is 0 when saving is 0, when income and consumption both are equal. Therefore, we can write it there as APS can be 0 when C is equal to Y because saving is equal to 0 there. Next, APS can be negative when C is greater than Y. APS will become negative when C is greater than Y. Let us see whether that statement is correct. APS will become negative. See the first two values, minus 0.20. First value, see the first. After the first value, at 100 levels of income, what is happening here? Minus 20 is a saving, this saving. Minus 20 divided by 100 is giving minus 0.20. So, what is our statement? APS can become negative when consumption is greater than income. Here consumption is greater than income. 120 is greater than income. That is why 120 minus 100 you are getting minus 20 and APS as minus 0.20. Therefore, we can say APS can become negative when the saving is greater than income due to this saving. Next one, APS can be less than 1 because a part of the income is used for consumption. APS can be less than 1. It can be less than 1. It cannot be equal to 1. That is the first point that I have explained to you. APS can never be 1. Why APS can never be 1? If APS has to be equal to 1, the whole income has to be saved. That is not possible. People can't live without consumption. Therefore, APS should be less than 1. Why APS is less than 1? For example, if income is 300, 280 is used for consumption, right? If income is 300, the whole 300 cannot be used for saving. If it is used for saving, APS can be equal to 1. If the income is 300 and if the whole income is used for saving, APS can be equal to 1. S by Y, 300 by 300 is equal to 1. But the whole income of 300 cannot be used for saving. A part of it is used for consumption. Definitely, people to survive. For people to survive from 300, how much is used for consumption? 280 is used for consumption. That means 20 is used for saving. Right? Therefore, I am pointing out that sentence once again. An APS cannot be equal to 1. An APS should be less than 1. Once again, APS should not be equal to 1 and APS should be less than 1. If APS is equal to 1, it means whatever income is getting in the economy, the whole income is saved. That is not a practical situation because consumption is required in the economy. Therefore, APS should be less than 1. The example to prove that is, if the amount of income in the economy is 300, 280 is used for consumption. The rest of it is used for saving. Therefore, S by Y is equal to 20 by 300 is equal to 0.66, which is less than 1. That means APS should be less than 1. APS should be less than 1 because a part of the income is used for consumption. If APS is equal to 1, it means what? The whole income is used for saving. That cannot happen. In the example, income level is 300. If the whole income level is used for saving, S by Y will become 1. APS is equal to 1. That is not a practical situation. Therefore, once again I am pointing out APS should not be equal to 1. If APS is equal to 1, it means the whole income is used for saving. That is not practical. APS should be less than 1. A part of the income is used for consumption too. Now, APS rises with the increase in the income. When the income is 300, saving is 20. When the income is 400, saving is 40. This I have taken the example from the table. APS rises with the increase in the income. Let us see what is happening. APS rises with the increase in the income. So when the income is when the income is from 300 to, when the income rises from 300 to 400, APS rises from 0.67 to 0.10. So APS rises with the increase in the income. So when the income rises from 300 to 400, APS also rises from 0.67 to 0.10. So, and when the income is 300, saving is 20, and when the income is 400, saving is 40. Once again, we will check whether that is correct or not. When the income is 300, saving is 20 only. When the income is 400, saving is 40 only. So, respective changes can happen in APS also. So, these are the observations of APS. APS can never be 1. It should be less than 1. So, this is all about APS, average propensity to save. Thank you.